Did you know that nearly 1 in 5 people experience a panic attack at some point in their lives? That's about 40 million Americans who suffer in silence, and yet, many don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. Panic attacks can hit out of nowhere, leaving you feeling out of control, scared, and alone. But here's the truth: there's hope. You don't have to let panic rule your life. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the signs of a panic attack, how to spot them early, and, most importantly, how mindfulness can help you take back control. Imagine being able to stop a panic attack before it even starts, simply by using your breath and awareness. Sounds too good to be true? Stick with me, and you'll see how mindfulness can change the game. We'll explore techniques you can use immediately, like breathing exercises, body scans, and strategies to shift your mindset. Plus, I'll share some shocking facts about panic attacks and how they affect your mind and body. Ready to learn how to face panic head-on and win? Let's jump in. Chapter 1: The Silent Storm. Recognizing the hidden signs. Panic attacks can come out of nowhere, but did you know your body often gives subtle signals before they hit? In those early moments, the signs can be easy to miss. Your heart might race, but it doesn't always feel like an emergency. You may feel tense or have shallow breathing, but it can be hard to tell if these feelings are temporary or the beginning of a panic attack. Mindfulness helps you tune into your body's cues, enabling you to catch them before they spiral. One of the most common early signs is rapid breathing, often described as shallow breathing or chest breathing. When you're not aware of it, shallow breathing can contribute to dizziness and lightheadedness, which may escalate your anxiety. But when you catch yourself and consciously slow your breathing, you can prevent the panic from snowballing. Another signal might be an increased heart rate, often mistaken for a heart attack. Research shows that the body's fight or flight response activates during panic, causing this increase in heart rate. The key is to stay calm and focus on grounding techniques that can lower your heart rate back to normal. You may also feel a tightness in your chest. This physical sensation can feel scary, but once you understand its connection to anxiety, it becomes easier to manage. Your mind also plays a huge role. Thoughts can race uncontrollably, which is the brain's way of preparing you for action, even though there is no immediate threat. Recognizing these mental shifts is a sign that you're heading into fight or flight mode. Mindfulness teaches you to observe these thoughts without judgment and then let them pass. By becoming aware of these early signals, you can use mindfulness to stay grounded and prevent an overwhelming panic attack from taking hold. Many people don't realize that panic attacks are not solely caused by external stress but also by the body's internal reaction to perceived danger. According to a study by the National Institute of Mental Health, up to 40% of people experience a panic attack at least once in their life. The trick is to notice the first warning signs and use mindfulness to intervene. A good starting point is to practice mindfulness daily. If you're already in tune with your body, you'll be better prepared when these early signs appear. Even something as simple as checking in with your body at regular intervals during the day can help. Whether you're sitting in traffic or waiting in line, take a moment to assess how you're feeling. If you catch yourself feeling tense or noticing shallow breathing, that's your cue to reset and use mindful techniques to calm your body. By building this awareness, you'll be able to address panic before it takes hold. The more you practice, the easier it will be to spot the silent storm before it becomes overwhelming. Chapter 2: The Pause That Heals. Using the power of the present moment. One of the most powerful tools in mindfulness is the ability to pause. When panic begins to take hold, our natural instinct is to react quickly. But what if instead of reacting, we paused? The magic of a mindful pause is its ability to interrupt the cycle of anxiety, allowing you to regain control. Taking even a few seconds to breathe deeply and recenter yourself can stop panic in its tracks. In fact, research shows that just 3 minutes of deep breathing can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural relaxation system. This calms your heart rate and allows you to think more clearly. So when panic starts to set in, resist the urge to rush through it. Instead, pause, take a breath, and return to the present moment. The more you practice this, the better you'll become at using it as a tool during a panic episode. A common mindfulness strategy is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. In this technique, you pause and notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This exercise works because it pulls your mind away from anxious thoughts and reconnects you with the world around you. The next time you feel panic creeping in, use this grounding technique to break the cycle and bring your mind back to the present. Remember, it's not about eliminating panic, it's about managing it. A mindful pause helps you respond to panic, not react to it. Instead of getting lost in the storm, you take a moment to pause, observe, and regain control. Another simple but effective pause strategy is focusing on your breath. The act of simply inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly can have profound effects on your state of mind. It's a natural and easy way to bring your attention away from panic and back to your body. Practicing mindfulness in daily life makes it easier to implement when you need it most. Try setting reminders throughout the day to pause and check in with yourself. Whether you're waiting for a coffee, walking to your car, or sitting at your desk, use these moments to stop, breathe, and tune in. Over time, this pause will become second nature, and you'll find yourself using it instinctively during moments of panic. Chapter 3: The Mind's Labyrinth. Mapping your triggers. Have you ever found yourself in a panic attack and wondered what caused this? Understanding your triggers is a crucial part of managing panic through mindfulness. Everyone has different triggers, and identifying yours can significantly reduce the likelihood of panic. By mapping out what sets off your anxiety, you can develop strategies to prevent or minimize panic attacks in the future. Mindfulness is all about awareness, and one of its most effective tools is journaling. Keeping a daily mindfulness journal allows you to reflect on moments when you felt anxious or panicked. Look for patterns in your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations. Did a stressful conversation trigger it? Or maybe a specific location, like crowded places, sets you off. By regularly tracking your triggers, you become better at predicting when your panic may arise. Studies show that people who practice mindfulness regularly have a higher rate of emotional self-regulation, meaning they're better able to manage their anxiety before it escalates. This practice of observing without judgment is key when it comes to understanding your triggers. The more you observe, the more you'll notice subtle patterns that can help you prepare ahead of time. In addition to journaling, practicing body scans can help you map your triggers. A body scan involves paying attention to the sensations you feel in different areas of your body, from your toes to your head. By doing this regularly, you'll notice when your body begins to tense up or when anxiety starts to build. This can act as an early warning system, signaling when you need to take action and use mindfulness techniques to calm your body. The key here is to not judge yourself for feeling anxious or panicked. Mindfulness teaches that there is no right or wrong feeling, there are just feelings. By accepting and observing them, you allow yourself to act with intention rather than reacting automatically. Over time, you'll become more aware of your triggers, and mindfulness will help you face them with more confidence. Mapping your triggers doesn't mean you'll eliminate all anxiety, but it does give you control over how you respond. It's about turning the unknown into something more manageable. When you know your triggers, you can prepare your mindful tools and face each challenge with calmness and clarity. Enjoying this video? Make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on more mindfulness tips and strategies. Chapter 4: Shifting the Storm. Reframing panic with compassionate awareness. When panic strikes, the natural instinct is often to resist it, trying to push it away or fight it. But research shows that this only fuels the anxiety. Mindfulness teaches a different approach, reframing panic through compassionate awareness. This involves accepting the anxiety without judgment and treating yourself with kindness, as you would a friend in need. A key concept in mindfulness is self-compassion. When you're in the middle of a panic attack, you might be hard on yourself, thinking, "Why am I feeling this way?" Or "I should be stronger." But when you practice self-compassion, you allow yourself to simply be. Kristen Neff, a leading researcher in self-compassion, explains that being kind to yourself in moments of distress can significantly reduce anxiety levels. Instead of viewing panic as something to defeat, mindfulness invites you to see it as something that can be understood. Anxiety is just a signal, explains Dr. Dan Siegel in his book Mindsight. He suggests that by recognizing it as a signal, rather than a threat, you can shift your response from fear to curiosity. This shift in perspective allows you to stay grounded and avoid spiraling. Compassionate awareness also involves acknowledging that anxiety is a natural human experience. Up to 30% of people will experience a panic attack at some point in their lives, according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. By normalizing the experience, you reduce its power over you. The next time panic strikes, instead of resisting it, take a mindful pause, breathe deeply, and observe your feelings with understanding. A great way to practice compassionate awareness is through loving-kindness meditation. This simple practice involves silently repeating phrases like "May I be safe," "May I be calm," and "May I live with ease." Research has shown that this type of meditation can reduce stress, improve emotional regulation, and increase overall well-being. It's a wonderful tool to add to your mindfulness toolbox. Shifting your focus from fear to understanding allows you to break free from the cycle of panic. Rather than being overwhelmed by anxiety, you can approach it with curiosity and kindness. With practice, this compassionate mindset becomes second nature, making it easier to stay present and calm during moments of distress. Chapter 5: The Breath of Life. Harnessing your breath to calm the chaos when panic strikes. It often feels like everything is out of control. But one of the most accessible tools you have to regain control is your breath. In moments of anxiety, your breath becomes your anchor. By focusing on slow, deep breaths, you can activate your body's relaxation response and calm both your mind and body. Scientific research backs up the power of breath. Deep breathing techniques have been shown to reduce the production of cortisol, the stress hormone, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which controls relaxation. According to a study in the Journal of Clinical Psychology, controlled breathing can significantly reduce anxiety levels within minutes. A simple and effective breathing technique is diaphragmatic breathing, where you breathe deeply into your belly rather than your chest. This type of breathing sends a signal to your brain that it's time to relax, helping to counteract the fight or flight response. As you breathe in, let your belly rise, and as you exhale, allow your belly to fall. By focusing on this rhythm, you create a sense of calm and control. Another powerful technique is the 4-7-8 method, popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil. To do this, inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. This slow, purposeful breathing helps lower heart rate and induces a sense of relaxation. The 4-7-8 method has been shown to help reduce symptoms of anxiety and promote better sleep. It's easy to forget how powerful breathing can be, but the breath is always with you. Whenever you feel panic rising, turn to it as your first line of defense. The more you practice controlled breathing, the more natural it will become in moments of stress. It's not just about breathing, it's about reconnecting with your body and regaining control over your mind. Breathwork isn't just for panic attacks, it's a great practice for everyday anxiety. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing each day can improve your emotional regulation and help you stay calm in stressful situations. So, before you feel the storm of anxiety coming, take a moment to breathe deeply and reset your body's natural rhythm. By using the breath as an anchor, you take back control from panic. With each breath, you ground yourself in the present moment, making it easier to shift from chaos to calm. Chapter 6: From Overwhelmed to Empowered, Creating a Mindful Panic Attack Plan. One of the best ways to manage panic attacks is to have a plan in place. When you feel overwhelmed, a pre-made strategy can help you regain control quickly and effectively. Mindfulness gives you the tools to design a plan that empowers you to handle panic before it fully takes over. Start by creating a checklist of steps you can take during a panic attack. One key element of this plan should be breathing exercises. As we discussed, deep breathing is a powerful tool for calming the body. Include techniques like diaphragmatic breathing or the 4-7-8 method on your checklist, so you can access them quickly. Another important strategy is to use grounding techniques to bring you back to the present. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise can be a helpful tool to break the cycle of panic. By focusing on your senses, you draw your attention away from your anxious thoughts and reconnect with the world around you. Additionally, mindfulness encourages you to develop a safe space, a mental place you can retreat to in times of distress. This could be a peaceful scene in nature, a favorite childhood memory, or even a mental image of a comforting place. Having a mental safe space is a great way to redirect your thoughts when you feel panic coming on. Another part of your mindful panic plan should be positive affirmations. Repeating calming phrases like "this will pass," or "I am safe," can shift your mindset from fear to reassurance. Research shows that self-affirmations can help reduce anxiety and boost confidence in difficult situations. Finally, it's essential to practice your panic attack plan regularly, even when you're not experiencing anxiety. This is where mindfulness comes in. By incorporating these strategies into your daily routine, you make them second nature. When a panic attack strikes, your plan will feel like muscle memory, and you'll be able to implement it quickly and effectively. Having a plan in place gives you a sense of empowerment over your panic. Rather than feeling helpless, you'll know exactly what to do to regain control. Mindfulness helps you build this sense of preparedness, turning moments of anxiety into opportunities to practice calm and clarity. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more mindfulness practices and strategies that can change your life.